Well, I'd imagine so. Right then, it says that we're on air. Does it see on the YouTube channel that it is? I can't post it on Facebook because obviously with my laptop not working, unfortunately.
Yeah, give me a sec. Yes, it says we're live.
Okay, good stuff. Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the fourth round, the start of the second half of the SBR BTCC Blueprints with STDash Designs. The fourth round of the championship races 10, 11, 12 coming to you live at Willow Springs. I am Sean, or Savvy, and joining me in the booth is Mr. Rascal. How you doing?
I'm tired.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to some great racing at Willow Springs today.
I could just imagine the racing being like Goodwood last week. So, yeah, Willow Springs. What do you think of this track? It's a track that, you know, it's not being used that often, but it's pretty much like a power track, isn't it?
Yeah, I actually have no idea. I've not really driven this track much in the game at all. It's one that I'm a little bit unfamiliar with, but I'm a bit surprised when you say power track because it looks kind of twisty in some parts of the track. Lots of long corners. So I think it's a balanced track. For sure.
Yeah.
You want power, but you want a car that can turn corners nicely.
Yeah, I was just saying with the long straightaway, the start-finish line, and then you got the backstretch there too, and then the long sweeping corner, which we need to talk about as well, the sweeper, because that's definitely going to catch out a lot of people. Like it was at the chicane last week, I think the sweeper, turn 9, is it's really going to catch out a lot of the drivers, which we're looking at Leon Walsh right now. He's just making his way through the sweeper, but you can see it's flat out the first part, but then you have to brake a little bit in towards turn 9 because it's really tight on exit. And if you get it all wrong or you carry too much speed, then you pretty much go off into Narnia.
Yeah, they say that the Shadow Realm has an entry point on the outside of that corner, so yeah, drivers got to be quite careful not to go off there. But I think there's a lot of corners where you could conceivably go off here and get reset by the gods of Gran Turismo. So yeah, I think drivers are just going to have to be a bit more careful. It's going to be quite like Goodwood where you go off. It's a narrow track. You're just going to go flying.
Sorry, did I cut you off there? Because I was just looking at Austin there, just coming back on the track there. No,
at all.
Oh, okay then. So I didn't know if I just like interrupted you when I just did that little ooh sound. Anyway, talking about the, we're going into the drivers' points. So as it stands now, because we're going into the second half of the season, so it is still the two teammates of Edwards and Graham leading the way. Edwards on 143 to Graham's 138. McEwen is now still third in the championship on 125. Them three being pretty much the class of the field, really, because McEwen and Piper, the gap between them is 40 points, which is quite a lot, really. Austin also on 85. Adams with that great run at Goodwood last week. He's now sits on 81. Chris Clements on 78. That is Thomas Walsh on 70. Ash Sharp on 67. Rob Showler on 64, Luke Mitchell on 53, Leon Welsh is on 47, Richie Bassey on 42, who's back in the wheel here tonight. And it says here McIntosh. Now, I heard that Hedden had quit because he was having so much bad luck, but then he also apparently left the chat, but he's now back in. So Hedden is back in the series, but he sits in last place on 29 points. The teams, Motorbase Performance lead the way, 281, the class of the field, over Power Max on 192, Wicks Racing of Austin and Adams on 166, MG Racing RCIB Insurance on 149, WSO on 120, Eurotech on 100, and Halford Juasa on 90. Before I want to talk about this race, also a big well done to the guys of Edwards and McEwen and Ethan, because they participated in a 24-hour charity event, Race for Dementia, which was organised by the guy who's actually next to Edwards, Rob Showler. Like I said, it was for Race for Dementia around the Nordschleife, and the SBR drivers actually won the whole thing. And I think also £600 was raised for Race of Dementia, so, you know, good job to everyone that donated as well. And well done to Rob for organising it. It was a bit of an iffy mid part because of the stupid crappy server connections and what have you. But no, you know, Rob did a great job organising it, and well done to Edwards, Graham, and McEwen for winning the whole thing. Someone else has just gone off there. So
sounds like a
yeah,
great event.
It was. Yeah, I actually did a shift. Yeah, well done to everyone, but especially to the SBRs for winning it fully. As there's Luke Mitchell, who also competed in the 24-hour event last Saturday. He's actually Luke's just looking over to Edward's car. You can see the driver's helmet. So well done to everyone. Yeah,
I'm just looking at chat here, the in-game chat, and it's getting a bit. It's looking more like Craigslist right now. So, yeah, I guess qualifying is going to be beginning soon, so they'll be focusing their attention more on the circuit than communicating with each other.
Yeah. I know. Richie's.
They're kissing. They're sending each other a lot of X's in chat, and Luke's just commented, "Hello, mother."
Well, this is.
And now McEwen's asked whether you're okay, actually, Savvy.
I'm okay. Yes, I'm rip roaring and ready to go, baby. And yeah, this is this is all lovey-dovey in this championship. You know, we all get along very well, and we all have our beds to ourselves. So yeah, it's the things you love to see. Just getting a bit more importantly though, now we're coming into the second half of the championship. Now every point is vital. Now you can't ill afford to spin off or have a bad result now, especially for McEwen, because he's only like a few points away from Graham and Edwards. So every point is now pivotal from here on in. Come rounds 5 and 6.
I don't know about that. If I'm a driver, I think that every round is very important. It's just that now that you're further in championship, you kind of understand more. Okay, I fit in here. This is my rival. This is who I have to beat. And so you'll see a lot more. I think you'll see drivers specifically either playing it a bit smarter, or or going for, I need to beat this driver. Don't care about someone who I'm not up against in the championship. I just care about finishing ahead of my rivals.
So we're just looking here at McEwen making his way through the rabbit's ear, because it just looks like a rabbit ear. And we'll actually go on board then with a lap around this tricky racetrack then with the season 8 champion, I think that is right. So this is balcony. That is turn 4. Now we're going in towards turn 5. And then turn 6 is downhill. Third gear he goes. Over the little brow over the hill. Now towards downhill. Towards the wings leg. And then this awful tricky corner. The sweeper coming our way. And let's see.
I just checked the track map, and that corner's actually called downhill. I thought you were making it up, but
yeah, it's called downhill, yeah. It is.
Oh, America. Never change.
Oh, he's going off! McEwen's gone off with the sweeper! He's going to be the first of many, I can promise you that. So
Shadow Realm claims another life.
Yeah, unfortunately there for McEwen. Oh, he's going to come on at a very dangerous part there of the track. He's got some clean air now, but that's going to hamper his first lap there. I think someone else also went off. That might have been Piper too in the Lexus. So not good then. So let's have a look then at Rob Adams. Good meeting he had at Goodwood last week, and behind him was Edwards, who was set the fastest lap time. Now, we've actually had a practice with these GR4 cars now, and on a track like this, do you think this will suit the BMWs to the Hyundais or the Lexuses?
I think the Lexus might struggle with a bit more understeer compared to the Hyundai and the BMW. I know the BMW is not the most powerful car in the world, actually.
Oh, Vulcan! What a save!
Very out of shape.
Yeah, that was in turn 5. No held. Sorry, Henry, carry on.
Edwards is carrying on with this lap as well.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I think the BMW should be pretty good here. I think the Hyundai will also be good, but yeah, I think the Lexus might struggle with the understeer.
Phone's calling. It's one of my mates. Deary me, right, I just had to chuck the phone away. I do apologise, everyone. Right, anyway, so Adam sets the way. Only Edwards only lost 2/10 after that moment at turn 5.
I think he lost more than 2/10. I think he was up on Adams, but then it's not ideal when you have to catch a slide mid-corner. You're always going to lose time that way, so let's see what he can do. I think he's catching Adams on this lap, and he might get a little bit to the toe.
As Connor Heron puts his Halford Yuasa Racing Hyundai onto the front row of the grid now. We did mention about Connor last week. He was last in the points and he had a good race. I think it was, what race it was, either race 1 or race 2, that he was up as high as 2nd position, and then it just went completely wrong for Heron. And now he's like a long way off of the points, and he's purple too. So Heron has definitely found something as he just gets a couple of wheels on the...
I think another driver who's found something is Edwards, the championship leader, and he's caught
up Heron's gone off.
Rob Adams.
Oh, but this is coming up to the sweeper. Yeah, that's probably going to hamper him.
Well, actually, you know, he seems to not get a terrible line, and he's got the slipstream here, so he's going to close right up to the back of Rob Adams. And that goes to the pool by a long way.
By 7/10, dearie me, Edwards. Jeez, oh well, that's just set the standard right there. You are looking at 1-2. You got Honda, the Halford Yuasa boys, 3 and 4. Then you've got Clements in 5th. Leon Walsh. Oh, I was going to say Leon Walsh having a good qualifying, but he's down to 7th because Piper's put his Lexus on the outside of the 3rd row of the grid as Clements goes off at the first corner. And Ethan Graham sitting there 2nd in the championship. I believe he's the first of the medium tyres users, and he's sitting in 8th place, nearly 1.5 seconds off the pace as Walsh went a little wide.
I'm just looking at Leon Walsh. I think that's Placenta Denta. He almost went into the back of Richie Massey there, coming out of balcony. Massey backed out, which I don't think he had to do, but they're on. All the drivers are now onto their final flying lap. Time's run out. Thomas Walsh concedes to Leon Welsh. So that's good. So let's see if Leon can improve his time. He's currently a 10th off of Piper in 6th.
Adams improved a bit, but not by too many. McEwen improves, but he's also on the medium tyres. Where does that put him? In 9th position. Graham goes quicker. Leon Walsh goes to 3rd place. What a qualifying there from Leon Walsh. So sticking his Eurotech car onto the 2nd row of the grid. That's probably his best qualifying he's had for a long time. He's been he did a bit of practicing before this, and he was quite quick around here. He did solid on the medium tyres, so that's a solid effort that from Leon Welsh. No one else looks like they're improving. Oh, Connor Heron goes back to 3rd, sorry.
I mean, that would have been dreamland for the Eurotech boys to have a car, because they've been struggling quite a lot this season.
Yeah.
But for them, for Leon to be up in 4th place in qualifying, that's very encouraging. Hopefully he can be challenging in the mix for podium in this race 1.
Yeah, so we've got 10 seconds to go until the end of qualifying. So Edwards gets another championship point to slightly extend the lead away from his teammate, but Ethan is starting on the 8th position. So here we go then, race number 10 out of 18 of season 12 of the BTCC Blueprints, and here is how they look for race number 1. It is Edwards from Adam, Heron, Walsh, Clements, Piper, Graham, McEwen, Mitchell, Showler, damn it, Sharp, Massey and Austin bringing out the rear. 12 laps around here. Who's going to go off into Narnia then on the end of the first lap at the sweeper? Here we go, engine notes rise, and away we go for the first race. Good start, looks like it actually from Adams on the inside of the front row. He looks like he's had a good start, but leading the way they go, is it going to be Adams or is it going to be Edwards making their way towards the rabbit ear? And Edwards fully sideways, and look at Heron,
he's going to go into the lead.
Heron is into the lead as they make their way to the rabbit's ear. That's just the start what Connor Heron really needs. He's last in the championship, and hopefully, if he can hold on to that. Oh, and that was Walsh getting fully sideways. I think he had a bit of help from that might have been Thomas Walsh.
And Adams went into the back of Heron there.
Yeah, he did. And I think Edwards
gave him a little push forward.
I think Edwards got a little bit of a hit there too. Thomas running a little bit wide there, but Clements there up into 5th position. But so far, it's Heron in the lead, followed by Adams, Edwards, Welsh, Clements, and Thomas Walsh the top 6, and then it's anyone's guess for 9th on back. And Richie Massey already up into 9th position. I think he qualified in 14th place. Showler's had a moment there through the turn 7, I believe it is. But now Massey's going to lose a lot of spot.
Sharp is side by side with Massey, who he was a moment ago.
Oh, Austin
Massey
and
side by side.
Yeah. Making a mate to the sweep, and there goes Richie. There he goes. Off he goes into Narnia. Oh, what was the other word you said?
The Shadow Realm.
The Shadow Realm. That's it. My apologies. So there's the first casualty into the Shadow Realm, and there you go. So the end of the first lap. It's now Adams. Adams is in the lead. Then it's Edwards, and Heron is down to 3rd position. Oh, and Edwards trying to make a little move on the outside as we're just looking at a replay, so it was just Slipstream City that was.
If he can hold it there, he's got the inside for the next corner of turn 3. And indeed he does, so Edwards is going to take the lead away from Rob Adams, and Connor Heron's going to try and use this as an opening to get into 2nd place.
I think he was trying to lean on Rob just a bit there, was Connor, but it didn't hold on. He's actually lost a spot now because Leon Walsh is up into a podium position. And I mean, these are two drivers that really needs to get good finishes, Leon Walsh and Heron, because they're both quite low in the championship. This is a good day for them so far. And Clements there in 5th position. He's there to pick up the pieces if anything happens with the top 4 in front of them. And it looks like the top 5 are pulling away from the other Halford's car of Leon Walsh in 6th position. Meanwhile, I think I just noticed there McEwen on the inside of Graham. Yes, indeed, that is.
Connor Heron making a move.
And Leon Walsh!
Leon Walsh is off.
Oh, he's
been sent off.
Oh, he just nearly hit the pit wall there too. So we'll have a look at a replay at that to see if there was like any contact between them. Let's ride on board then with them. He actually got a great run, backed off going into sweeper. Oh, and Connor may have pushed him off there, but Leon kind of backed out the throttle because he had to run at Rob going into the sweeper, and then Connor took advantage of it and just pushed him off the end of turn 9. So that's put Leon down to 6th position. It's now put Thomas Walsh now into 5th. Heron's going to get the moment now.
Wrong, and Clemens is going to make his way up into 3rd place. Brilliant opportunistic driving from Clemens, well held by Heron. To not make that mistake, to not compound that mistake. He's only dropped 1 position from that mistake. He's going to have the attention of his teammates shortly.
Quite interesting to notice that the Honda boys are both racing on the soft tyres, so they're going to go for mediums on either the 2nd or the 3rd race. But I tell you what, McEwen is not too far back from this too.
We know McEwen, he's a crop.
Oh, he's off! He's off again!
He's in the Shadow Realm.
He's off to the Shadow Realm for the 2nd time! So that hard work is done, and it was all gone wrong, completely wrong, and now he's down into 12th position, and that's what Liam did not want there. Through goes Showler on the inside on the start-finish line, but disaster.
I doubt he'll be the last person. I doubt
he won't be.
McEwen will be the last person in this on this track to go off there. I think we're going to see several more of those. It looks like Edwards is clearing off from Adams after that. You know, those first couple of laps of battling. Edwards has finally found his groove, broken away from the slipstream. He's got 1 second to Rob Adams in 2nd place.
Just looking here at Clements then, still holding on to 3rd place with the Honda, the Halford Juasa boys sitting 4th and 5th respectively, and Liam Walsh still there in 6th position. And Clements, he always comes into the lobby very late, but he's always got some great race pace. Does Chris? And again, he's showing it yet again by having this car, the BMW, in that 3rd position. But over saying that, here comes Connor. He's getting a good run now in towards the sweeper, turn 9, and then onto the start finish straight. And I think someone was off going it. That's Welsh, isn't it?
Leon.
Well, Leon's gone. He's off to the Shadow Realm as well. I think did he dip a couple of tyres on the gravel? Let's see. Understeer, just clip the wheels off the tarmac, and around she goes into the Shadow Realm.
It seems like Showler followed him there. So Showler lost a heap of time on the outside of the sweeper as well. He's dropped down
Yeah.
to 13th place.
I think Liam wanted a bit of company.
Yeah. So McEwen is back up into 11th after his incident. And he's seeing Luke Mitchell defending from that's Austin. Alex Austin in 10th place.
Yeah, we're just looking at it right now.
Got that right.
You did.
Took me ages. Only 4 rounds, but you know. Always Mitchell
gets it wrong a little bit.
Extra track there.
Now is this going to allow Alex to run going into the balcony? Well, sorry, this is the wings leg, is it?
This is the sweeper now.
Nah, going into sweeper now, and yeah, he's got the position. So Alex starting dead last, up into 9th.
And I'm looking further ahead. Piper is side by side with Ash Sharp, and I think there was a bit of contact, but Piper, you know, rubbing his racing, and Piper moves up into 7th place.
Good. Oh, and he gets into. Oh, Sharp gets into the back of Piper. It's Castro Corner. I was just about to say, this is a good showing this actually from Sharp, running in the 8th place, the top placed Power Max driver. That's obviously because McEwen has made a mistake and got off into the shadow realm, but Sharp on no soft tyres, and he's doing quite a very good job so far in that 8th position. Further forward though, Graham is starting to lose touch of Thomas and Connor, who looks like they're having their own personal battle there, because Clements has pulled a little bit away from the pair of them. So it looks like we've got a bit of team battle here. I wonder if there's going to be team orders in that camp. Connor really needs to get some good finishes here. Thomas is sitting like mid-table in the championship, but it's really Connor that needs to get it going, because like I said, he's last in the championship. He's had some awful bad luck. Goodwood was just a complete disaster, so he needs a load of redemption in this races.
I'm just looking here, and it looks like Thomas Walsh has caught up to his teammate Connor Heron. He's really getting a great run off the final corner, but he's just bump drafting him.
That's allowed. You can bump draft your teammate.
So the teammates are working together to try and close the gap to Clemens in 3rd place. They're trying their best to get the best possible result for the team. I mean, I applaud these guys. Running 4th and 5th, I think they're the highest. I think they're the team with the highest placed drivers. Maybe not. Actually, yeah. No.
Could say Motorbase there too, because Graham's in 6th.
Yeah. But they're running extremely high. And I believe that Connor Heron, he's only a couple of tenths shy of Clemens' slipstream. So if he gets a good run out of downhill and the sweeper, he could potentially be on Clemens come the end of lap 7.
Yeah, it's what the team needs. They're sitting last in the team's championship. They're only 10 points away from Eurotech, and the next closest driver is 10th and 12th. And in fact, Mitchell is getting a bit of pressure now from McEwen going and making their way into the sweeper. And in fact, they're actually catching up to Sharp and Austin too. So I don't know if, well, by the looks of it, to me, it may have been that Sharp may have done a mistake, because he's now 4.5 seconds away from Graham, because Piper's actually passed him.
Yeah, Piper's passed Graham. I don't know what happened to Graham, but I guess he just lost the position to Piper. Maybe Piper using those soft tyres to maybe get the position at the sweeper. I think that must have been where he made the overtake. So I'm seeing here there's a battle for 9th place here with Alex Austin and McEwen's trying to make a move on Luke Mitchell.
At the rabbits here, and a couple of wheels on the sand, if you will. Now they're going to be side by side through turns 3 and 4. I forget what corner that is again.
I think they're just called turns 3 and 4, but that's a great move from McEwen up into 10th.
Yeah, up into 10th. Now I'm wondering here, because that's McEwen's teammate ahead up in the 8th position. I wonder if he will slow down and then try and block Austin, if you will, to maybe help McEwen.
I would say no. I would say don't do it, because McEwen is good enough to get past on his own here. I think Ash Sharp, he should focus on his own races. Maybe that doesn't need to happen anyway. Austin, I thought he was going to be another victim of the Shadow Realm there.
Yeah, I thought so too.
But McEwen is flashing the lights.
Yeah, he's flashing the lights, making away on the start-finish line. Pulls to the inside of Castro. And Alex says, no, you don't.
And actually, McEwen's in the Atenza, which is a car I kind of forgot to talk about at the beginning. The Atenza, I think it's a solid Group 4 car. I wouldn't say it's anything special, but he's clearly getting the better of that Hyundai. He's going to look to the inside going into balcony here.
He might have it, you know. Side by side, now making their way into the balcony. Austin's got the inside. But if McEwen can hold it on the outside here for turn 5 and downhill, and he's got the position, so McEwen now into 9th position. Now I'm wondering if Sharp can let McEwen go by, just to help him for the championship.
There must be some Ferrari, you know, strats. Fernando is faster than you. Shades of Hockenheim 2010 happening behind the scenes. It's you know it's the right thing to do. Sharp's nowhere near. He's not in championship contention, whereas Liam is. It's you know the smartest thing to do. I'm surprised that you say that. I'm surprised that you of all people are a proponent of the team, you know, team orders in racing, but I guess you see something unexpected every day.
Yeah, like me losing weight. That never happens. Anyway, three abreast nearly going towards the rabbit's ear there with McEwen, Austin and Mitchell. And I think Mitchell's going to have a look on the inside of Austin. No, he goes to the outside now. Didn't get the position done there. Meanwhile, back up at the front, 1.5 seconds is Edwards' advantage over Rob Adams. Then Clements is slowly catching up in 3rd position. Then you've got Conor Heron in 4th. Then Thomas Welsh in 5th. Still great day for the Halford Jurasa Racing team. Adam Piper now in a safe 6th position. Not necessarily, you know, commentators curse on him and bins it into the shallow realm. Ethan Graham still sitting solidly in that 7th place. And you got this battle now for 8th place with the two Power Max boys racing nose to tail. Now I'm wondering if Sharp is just going to easily let McEwen go by here just to help McEwen for the championship.
Maybe on the straight, but not on the sweeper. For
no,
sure,
not the sweeper. No. I'm just wondering here if McEwen can get a good run, which I don't think he does. And Austin was a little wide at the background.
And that's going to
now
get
he's in the toe. Here we go, Ben McEwen. Yep, and there you go. Yep, that's the move. That's the team orders coming in now. So, like I said, as I called it, he just easily lets him by, just to try and help McEwen gain as much points for the championship.
I never said it wasn't going to happen. I just said I was surprised that you were saying they should do it. They should be for team orders, as I'm seeing here.
It's a no-brainer.
Graham has caught up to Piper, and so there's now about 6th place.
Oh, so Piper must have made a mistake.
Yeah, he must have done.
Yeah, he must have made a mistake this lap around. So yeah. Oh, look at that! Look at that camera angle! Wow, that's quite smart. That's basically all the cameras there. Like I was seeing all the drivers there. That was a nice camera angle. Yeah, he's 8 tenths down on this lap alone, so he has made a mistake. And Graham will be definitely smelling blood there. He needs any points he can do, but he is getting those medium tyres out the way as we're going to be starting the last lap now for our championship leader and the leader of this race, Lewis Edwards.
And the Halford Jurasa boys are very close together as well, so I wonder if Thomas Walsh is... I wonder if he's going to try and make a move on his teammate, or if you know, I'm sure if I were the team manager in that situation, I'd be telling the boys to hold station and take the points, but you know what racing drivers are like. They see a gap, they want to go for it, your teammate is the first person you want to beat. So he's closing up, he's now just half a second behind, as we only have half a lap to do remaining of this first race.
Yeah, I think, oh look at this, they're battling now for 6th and 7th now, so they're now side by side, making their way towards down there. No, that's not downhill, that's turn 5, now this is downhill. They're still going to be side by side.
And it looks like Graham's got it.
He's got it, yeah, he does. He does have it, but I think, meanwhile, further forward, Edwards and Adams is closing up a bit, but it's going to be too little too late, so Edwards pretty much a perfect race. Got the pole position, he's got the fastest lap, and he's going to win race 1 and extend the championship lead. Edwards wins, then Adams, Clements in 3rd, Connor Heron will finish in 4th position, Thomas Walsh in 5th. Solid effort there from them boys there. And 6th position will be Ethan Graham. He does get by Adam Piper on the last lap. And here comes Liam McEwen to finish, recovered decently to finish in 8th position. Sharp will finish in a creditable 9th position. Then Luke Mitchell as he just goes off big time. Alex Austin in 11th. Now we're just waiting for Leon Walsh to finish across the line in 12th position. He'll be disappointed about that because he was running his highest 3rd position. Richie Massey will come in 13th place, and then here comes poor old Rob Showler there to finish in last position as he spins it off the sweeper. And yeah, that's not good. He said to me at the party chat when I came in, he says, "Don't look at me in the race." Well, unfortunately, Rob, we just seen what happened there.
There we go.
Finally, he comes across the line. So that's the end of the first race. It wasn't as thrilling as last week, yeah, but still, nonetheless, good effort from everyone around. And Edwards, just another victory for Lewis, and cements his place in there to go back-to-back titles. But other than that, it was a fairly decent race from everyone.
I think Willow Springs is a bit more technical than Goodwood. As I'm just seeing some of the chat messages that the drivers put out. I'm not going to repeat any of them, but yeah, I think this was definitely an attritional race. We saw that the drivers who didn't make any mistakes, they were the ones who did well. And I'm seeing McEwen says McIntosh is in for Rob. So is that Showler or is that Adams? That McIntosh. Oh yeah,
because there's 2 Rob. I'd imagine it's going to be Showler because I think Showler's definitely struggling. But it could be for Adams. You don't know. But just looking at the unofficial results, and as I said, Edwards Lee wins it, then Adams, then Clementson, Connor Heron, who really needed a good finish, and there he is, gets a top 5 finish. Then his teammate in 5th, and then Ethan Graham, the best of the medium tyre racers, in 6th. And Piper, McEwen, Sharp, Mitchell, Austin, Welsh. I mean, Welsh will be disappointed to finish in 12th. Massey and Showler complete the field.
So Sharp is saying in the YouTube chat, he's saying, for a wheel newbie on the wheel, I'm happy with that. I'm sure that's a pun on the word real. Yeah, good job, Ash. And let's hope to see more progress in race 2. As SPR commentator comments in chat, which Rob?
Yeah, because there is 2. Needs to be a bit more specific. Oh, Showler. Okay then.
Growler.
Yeah. Oh, there he is. I see it. Yes. I didn't even know that Showler had left. My apologies. Yeah. So Showler's going to be driving. Showler's going to be driving Rob's seat for the remaining 2 races.
Yeah,
I never noticed that.
I think Showler will be breathing a little sigh of relief that he doesn't have to compete in this one. He looked like he was struggling. This track's one of those ones which, I mean, if you don't know it, it's going to punish you. So yeah, I feel a bit for Rob, and hopefully we'll see him competing again. Further up the field at the next round, or the next track, because I think there are 3 rounds.
Yeah, there is 3 rounds. I think Showler's done for the night. I think we'll see him again next week, hopefully. But here is Apple Macintosh, not McIntyre, Macintosh. We'll try and get that right. Yeah.
Yeah. Good one.
Yep. Now, I'm wondering also here, I'm just checking also, it looks like Heron is going to going on to the mediums. Always Piper's just gone off at turn 5, I think. So yeah, Heron is on the mediums. I'm just going to write that all down.
Piper just turned his Lexus into a combine. He was just doing some farming. Although saying that, the ground looks quite arid, so...
I'm just checking to see what Thomas is going to be racing in.
Luke Mitchell has politely asked whether he can go through a wee-wee.
Yeah. And is offered very kindly. I wish I could do that, but, you know, I can't, because I've got to hold it in, because I've got to be professional.
No, I mean, you can just piss now.
No, I don't want to go into now.
No, I mean just right now.
But I don't want to go just now. Anyways, moving on. Just looking here at Clements, he's having a good day so far. He's going to go onto the medium tyres. No, so yeah, I've already wrote that down. And Clements had a solid drive there, third place. And hopefully he'll do better. Well, I don't think he'll do better in the second race because he's on the medium tyres. Hopefully he'll have a respectable finish. Yeah, you never know, yeah.
You never know. We saw last week at Goodwood. Someone just said. So someone said in the YouTube chat, "Just pee now." Allow me to introduce you to the pee bucket.
Oh, who said that?
Do you not have one? Fish.
Oh, Fish.
Yeah, a fish just said that.
Oh, yes. Do you know? I remember what I was looking back at the 24-hour shift one with Jerry and myself when we commentated on it from like 2 AM to 6 AM, and I remember Fish commenting saying, "Is that my favourite SBR BTCC commentator? I want to know who he is. I've been dying to know who the hell he is."
I wonder who Fish is as well.
Yeah, I'm quite interested to know who Fish is.
Hang on, it might be better if I switch to an account to you to recognise this Fish. So Fish is going to become identifiable.
Ah, okay then. It's pretty much like the.
We're gonna
look at that hot air balloon. Fish. Someone's going away in a hot air balloon.
As Piper gets the balcony all wrong and goes flying into a marshal's post.
I think he was just going towards that little pipe is, and I think if you're very careful, if you see that green pipe there.
I thought it was Luke Mitchell. So Fish is Luke Mitchell.
Okay then.
He's the man who went for a wee-wee.
Yeah. Oh right. Okay. You went for a fishy wee-wee.
Yeah. Hopefully Luke can have a better race in the second one. I think he was. Let me just check.
I think he was like a 10th, I believe. Was he 10th?
Yeah, he was 10th. He was 10th. So he was in the top. He was in the top 10.
And he was in. And he did. I believe he started the race on mediums. Yes, he did. So he can go softs the rest of the way now. He's got that out there. He's got the worst tyre out of the way.
10th on mediums is not a bad result, especially
no,
when
it's not that shabby.
That, you know, he was only 3 seconds behind McEwen in that race. So clearly, I mean, I know McEwen had that off, but you've got to keep it on the road. And Luke did that. And if he can keep that consistency up, then you know he's bound to have a good one in race 2.
Right, so we're just waiting for Luke to stop peeing a canal or a river at this moment, and then we can get race 2 underway, and it will be another 5-minute qualifying session. And there he is, he's back on the track, and now we're going to start their qualifying number 2.
That was quick from McEwen. He was ready to go with that trigger finger.
Oh yeah, he had like finger right on the button.
Alright, the qualifier has begun. And I'm not inspecting it. That's very bad.
So out the field, out they all go. So it looks like Edwards is going to be leading the field out. Then Clements, then McEwen. Now, I think if McEwen, he needs to get ahead of Clements and Edwards because they're both on medium tyres and McEwen is on the soft tyres. So he's got to get by both the pair of them in a hurry, which he has done now. In fact, Edwards lets him by at the Rabbit's Ear. Oh, Edwards nearly gets into Clements too in the middle of that corner. And then you've got Adams, who's also on the medium, sorry.
There's a bit of a traffic jam up there. So I'm seeing... Oh, as Adams, yeah, he used a bit of agriculture, extra agriculture for the track there. I think you kind of have to do that at Willows because you have to get friendly with the gravel in certain places in order to maximize your speed in the corner. It's very risky, but if you can learn how to do it properly, then you know you're going to be in a good place.
Just having a look further back through the field. Then Graham is now on to the super soft tyres because he's got those medium stint out the way. Followed by Piper, who is on mediums. Then Leon Walsh, who's now on the mediums. What could have been a great first race if he hadn't gone off into the last corner. Followed by Austin, who's also on the super softs, and Mitchell too. Sharp it always goes for the medium tyres in the last race. Connor Heron is on the mediums. Massey is on the super softs. Then the replacement McIntosh on super softs as well, and Thomas Welsh is also starting on the super softs, but he's got to go onto the medium tyres for the third race, it looks like.
Who is?
Thomas
Welsh.
Thomas Welsh, yeah, they both, because the first race, both Thomas and Connor started on super softs.
Oh, so Connor's now going to be on mediums.
Connor's on the medium, so that means Thomas has to do the medium tyres then in the final race.
Okay.
So he could have a battle with Sharp, because Sharp always likes to put on the medium tyres in the final race at all. Yeah. So there could be a bit of a battle between them two.
I was worried for Sharp that he was going to be the only medium tyre runner in that final race.
Yeah, it's always the tactic that he does. Don't know why.
Oh, I'm just seeing here. Graham getting quite the run on Adams, and he actually goes fastest there. Yeah, a quarter of a second ahead of McEwen.
And Edwards went down to third as Austin goes to third now. Edwards now dumped to fourth, and actually Austin dumps his teammate Adams to the third row of the grid as Richie Massey puts his BMW onto the third position. And looking at McEwen, he's purple in the first sector, now into this tricky complex here, it's a balcony. Thomas Walsh goes to 7th quickest in his Hyundai. So at the moment it is Graham from McEwen, from Massey, from McIntosh is now into 4th, Austin 5th, Edwards 6th, Thomas Walsh 6th, and Adams, that's your top 8. And I think Clements there, I just noticed there in 10th position. Luke Mitchell is 9th. Then it is Clements, Heron, Sharp in 12th. Then 13th is Leon Welsh, and Piper rounding out the field in 14th. Like, and he's made a mistake that last lap.
I just saw Richie Massey go purple through the first sector. So I wonder if he can get onto the slipstream of Connor Heron, that could be... Oh, as he slows down. Maybe he made a mistake at balcony. And he's sort of preparing himself for one last shot at the pole position.
McEwen improves his time, but not fast enough to beat Graham's time. More times coming in. Leon Welsh improves to 16.8. Piper goes 16.7. Mitchell goes 16.2. Puts him into 6th position. Sharp goes 16.6. That will put him, I believe, in 10th. Yep. And McIntosh improves his time now to 4th position. It stays in 4th, sorry. But he only improved by about 0.03 of a second as Thomas Walsh also improves to back into 8th position.
Just looking at how tight the gaps are, so Massey is less than a 10th ahead of McIntosh, who's less than half a 10th ahead of
Austin.
And then between Luke Mitchell, I mean, Mitchell is 0.07 of a second ahead of Graham Edwards, who's in turn 0.04 of a second ahead of Thomas Walsh. So there seem to be these clusters on the field of cars that are very close together on pace. Should bode very well for the race.
Oh, McEwen went quicker again, but not quick enough to get to the pole. He's only 600 slower now than Ethan Graham. More cars going by, and Edwards actually improves to 6th position. So, and also he must have had help from his teammate there. So it looks like Graham is going to get the pole position. That will be Graham's 3rd pole position of the season. Connor Heron and
Walsh. So Thomas Walsh is on his final flying lap. Let's see if he can improve. He's going over to the right hand side of the track. What's it going to be? It looks like he doesn't improve.
No, he doesn't improve at all. And that's it. So it's another motor-based performance pole position. This time it is Graham that leads the way. Out of this will be the 11th race. Motorbase have had 7 pole positions between them. Edwards with 4 and Graham now with his 3rd pole position. So Motorbase really dominating this championship so far. Drivers 1 and 2 in the drivers' championship, dominating the teams' championship. They've got the most pole positions than anyone else. They've also got the most wins out of everyone else. Well, actually, they've got 4 wins separating them. Actually, yeah, I think I'm right. I can't mind now. God damn it. But anyway, that's the end of qualifying. So, championship point gained for Ethan Graham, and this is how the starting grid looks for round 11, race 2 of the night. It is Graham from McEwen, from Massey, from McIntosh, Austin, Edwards, Mitchell, Walsh, Adams, Sharp, Piper, Heron, Clements, and Leon Walsh rounding out the field. And there it is there, the Eurotech Racing Hyundai. So here we go then. Race 2 is about to get underway where the BMW gets a good drive off the start. We know how good of a demon start McEwen is off the start, and I think he gets a great jump, but the BMW gets an even better one because of the rear-wheel drive, and he will just comfortably go into the lead of the race. Massey having a look on the inside of Castro corner, not going to get a position, no, but it looks like, well, nearly single file through the first corner, really double file though with Mitchell. Looks like he's gained the spot already. I think he may have done, yes. I mean, yeah, because Austin has lost already a couple of spots in the process, down to 7th position. Thomas Walsh still there in the 8th position.
Mitchell.
Mitchell, yeah, Mitchell and Edwards now side by side, going towards this tricky complex of corners here, going up towards the balcony, nearly 3 abreast, and as they approach that corner.
Thomas Walsh is now side by side with
Adams.
He's now he's now down to 9th place. Adams, although they're still side by side. Mitchell, the back end came a bit loose there. Now they're into downhill, and side by side ahead, you have Austin with Mitchell, but you have Thomas Walsh who's going to
3 wide nearly. Thomas Walsh was going 3 wide then in the middle. We're going in towards the sweeper. We've seen that he did that at Goodwood last week. I don't think it was going to work this time here. Anyone going to go through the sweeper nice and tidy? Looks like we all are indeed. Yep. So this battle then for 6th place already raging, and this is only just the first lap.
It looked like Richie Massey backs out there, so now McIntosh is up into 3rd place. So that's a great showing from him, just jumping into the lobby immediately onto the podium.
Yeah, we did see the potential that McIntosh did when he was driving for the BMW. Like, he made a mistake in one of the races and worked his way up before binning it at one of the corners late on in that race. But he does have pace, as McIntosh, and now that he's in there, we've just seen there Thomas Walsh getting into the rear of Mitchell. Oh, that's Fish going off onto the infield, if you will. So that's not going to be good for Mitchell, unfortunately. As Graham is now still leading the way. What's happened to... Oh, he's down in last.
No, yeah, he's down in last.
Yeah.
He's on those super soft tyres, so let's see if he can catch the back of this pack, especially if
okay.
they stop fighting.
He stopped. He actually stopped there because he was on the racing line, so he did a bit of good awareness driving there, did Luke. Didn't need to, because it's really hampered him now when he's so far back, but he's got some work to do now.
Piper's looking for a move on Connor Heron.
Yellow flags, though. Someone is off there, I believe. Who could that be? That might have... Oh, it's Clements! Clements, the podium finisher in race 1. He's had a moment.
Oh, no.
Was this a carbon copy of what Liam Welsh did in the first race? Let's find out. Just understeered. Yep, carbon copy of what Liam did.
Sean, I'm just looking at the front hit of the field now, and McEwen is starting to put a lot of pressure on Graham for the lead.
Oh, he's all over the back of him. Let's ride on board there with Graham making their way towards turn 5 and then downhill in turn 6 and then into the wings leg. Graham just sticking a couple of wheels on the sand there. That's now we're going downhill in towards the wings leg, and now Graham going defensive, putting his car into the middle of the track there, so it's going to be a little bit harder for McEwen to get by if he's on the middle of the track. Now in towards the sweeper, the last corner. They've already pulled away from McIntosh nearly 2.5 seconds, and we're only in the 3rd lap. Liam, they're doing a bit sensible there, backing off the throttle. Maybe it's too early to make a pass just yet.
Yeah, only 3 laps into the race. You want to make sure that you can get the top 2. Although, you know, if you overtake now, all you're doing is, you know, they can just get past you later on. You're going to slow the both of you down. I'm just looking further back, and there looks to be. So you have McIntosh, followed by Massey, followed by Graham, and then you have Austin, and then Thomas Walsh, and they're all within the space of 2 seconds. So that's 5 cars in the space of 2 seconds, and potentially that could be a battle for the bottom step of the podium.
And also, don't forget, Edwards on the medium tyres too, so he's having a great drive so far and holding his own too.
You know what these motor-based boys are like. They doesn't matter what tyres they're on, they're going to be competing at the sharp end of the field.
Looking at McIntosh's teammate Adam Piper sitting in 9th position. He's also got the medium tyres. Connor Heron in 10th. There's that lovely camera angle yet again as Adams driven away from Piper. 1.6 now he has over the MG driver. Then Connor Heron sitting in 10th. Then Leon Welsh in 12th. And further back in the background you can see Mitchell starting to catch up.
Heron's looking for a move on Piper into the sweeper, but there's no really to go there. So we're all taking, you know, he's patiently trying to sit behind.
Oh, gets a great run though.
Great run.
Yeah, we're riding on board with Piper as we just saw the run that Colin Heron did, and that power, the high and I making side by side towards the. Oh God, nearly leans on Piper going into Castro.
Well, Karen's going to have the inside for Rabbits here, but then Piper
he's going to stick it out.
Yeah.
Can he make it stick though? Oh, it's kind of there's a bit of argy-bargy through there, a little bit leading and through. So Heron now gets into 9th position.
I don't know if Piper had to back out of the throttle there after that contact. That was a little bit cheeky from Heron, but I think the stewards might allow that. I'm not sure as Piper gets a little bit of gravel on the exit of balcony.
And Heron gets it. Heron had it wrong at 10.5, so he would have lost a bit more time now. So notice there too, that's up at balcony. Leon Walsh had a mistake, and now he's under a lot of pressure now from Ash Sharp in that 12th position. In fact, he's going to have a look on the inside of the sweeper. Meanwhile, more sand being kicked up from the rear of Piper. In fact, he's going to make a move at the sweeper. Oh, is this going to work? Colin's giving him the room. But it's more sand being kicked up. Oh, this is good racing between the pair of them. Now he's trying to get a side draft.
These guys are giving each other no quarter. Here's Piper's going to look for the inside for Castrol corner.
Oh, and Heron saying, no, you don't.
He's going to stick it out. That is brilliant defending from Heron there. I just want to look further up the field. You have a battle for the final step of the podium. Richie Massey has gotten by McIntosh.
And so Austin has got by. In fact, Edwards is down to 7th place now because Austin and Thomas have gone by.
So it looks like there's a nice 3-car scrap for 5th place here. It's starting to brew. And I wonder if Edwards is going to try and reply. But meanwhile, Massey's starting to stretch his legs a little bit on McIntosh. Although I say that McIntosh is pulling up in the slipstream. Within 2/10 now.
Oh, meanwhile, Thomas. You're talking about Thomas Walsh there. He's just passed Austin at the sweeper.
Oh wow, great move.
Now then, let's see the power of the Lexus there. You can see it's got far more straight line speed over than the BMW, but there was no more straight line corner there, so McIntosh had to back out at Castro. More sand being kicked up there from the back of Massey's BMW. Now into the Rabbit's ear. You see the different lines they're taking there. Massey hugging the inside line. McIntosh going into the middle of the track trying to get the apex off the corner. It looks like it didn't really help anything because it's lost a little bit of time as Thomas Walsh gets it completely wrong and off he goes. Thomas has had a moment there going in towards the balcony. So that's a gift for Austin and Edwards to go through to 5th and 6th respectively. And I don't know if Thomas had a bit of help. In fact, he's down to 7th place now. So let's have a look at a replay. Did he just lose it all by himself? Or did he have some help? I'm a bit too late on that, unfortunately.
Well, now, it's Piper.
Oh,
and Connor Heron is going to get the overspeed. And that's one half of Tuasa Boy helping out another, so to speak.
Oh, he got into the
Walsh-
back. He got into the back of Thomas. Yeah, just looking at a replay. Oh, Sharp's gone off. Sharp's gone off with the sweeper. He's just gone off there. Just went back to live action. And he's gone off at the sweeper like his teammate did in the first race. That's a shame there, because Sharp has had a good race too. Good first race.
He found the back of the wardrobe, and now he's in Narnia. Poor guy.
Ah, it's a shame there. I think it'd be too late to see a replay of just what happened there. Maybe it could have been a carbon copy of just sticking on there.
It seemed to me that I think he put his rear left tire on the gravel, and around she went. So he lost it. He lost it mid corner, or you know. Oh, and he's about to go off again at Castrol. Oh no,
Sharp! Oh no! That's a big off too. Oh, Sharp, disaster city there for Ash. Great in the first race, and he's having a nightmare in the second race. And don't forget, he's going to be onto the medium tyres come the last race. I was just noticing there too that McIntosh is back into third position.
Yeah, he's having a nice little ding dong with Richie Massey here. Is Massey going to be able to respond to this?
What's happened to Austin? Where did Austin go? Austin's down to 10th.
No, Austin.
Austin's had a moment because he was battling with Edwards, and now he's fallen all the way down to 10th position. He's into the 122, so he's gone off as well.
Was it? I thought it was Adams who was battling with Edwards.
No, it was Austin. No, it was Austin. Because he did a lap time of a 126. He was 10 seconds off the pace. So Austin's had a moment and he's gone off and he's down to 10th position.
Apologies, viewers. I got the team mixed up again. Happens.
Now then, Rob versus Thomas then. Battle for 6th place. Making their way up towards the balcony they go for the 9th time. Thomas still on those soft tyres. Rob defending that 6th place on medium tyres. Edwards 3.7 seconds up the road from this battle. So this is a good effort, they say, for Rob, but can he keep it?
It looks like Graham has broken the slipstream from McEwen, and that's very important because McEwen was on him. He was on his rear bumper for the whole race. So for Graham to have broken free, that's vital. And if he can keep this consistency, I mean, look at his lap times. His last 5 laps have all been within 0.2 of a second. So, in fact, not even his last 5 laps, his last 8 laps.
Yeah, very consistent, wasn't it? Yeah, what, all the 15s? Yeah, 15.5, 15.5, 15.7, 15.6, 15.5, 55, 55, 55, 55. Very, very consistent.
And look, he's purple. Not purple. He's blue. So he's setting a personal best lap now. And it's just a great consistent performance from Graham here. He knows exactly how to drive this car. You know, it was what Michael Schumacher did. He was so good at balancing the car on the limits and not going beyond it.
Now, they were teammates in Team Parker last season when Edwards won the championship. The teammates again now at Motor Base, and it's just pretty much normal service has resumed from last season. Them two just dominated the championship, betrayed them. You know, 7 pole positions in the 11 races they've had so far, and it looks like it's going to be another win for the team, and this time it's going to be Graham that's on the step. Meanwhile, Edwards just having a quiet race on those medium tyres, but he'll be so happy there to be in 5th position when the other guys ahead of him have had a couple of mistakes here and there. Oh, in fact, Edwards has had a little moment. Oh, well, nearly. He doesn't really need to push the car. I mean, he's in a solid effort. I mean, Graham.
I mean, it was still quite a decent lap time considering he was on mediums. I mean, 16.2. He's only 0.3. Has he?
Oh, he's gone up again. He doesn't need to push. He doesn't need to push the car. I mean, he's fine to finish in 5th position no matter what. You know, Graham finished 6th in the first race. He doesn't really need to push the car.
There's a battle for 6th place emerging with Thomas Walsh and Rob Adams. Adams on the medium tyre, so we'll see if he's able to make a move on Walsh. There's a bit of contact there as they're going into balcony.
Oh, just riding aboard there with Adams. You could just clearly see the understeer he had through balcony. Now in towards turn 5. Hard on the power. Just hear the squeal of tyres there as well. Now downhill into the wings leg, and now gets into the toe of Thomas. Down into the sweeper now.
I'm just looking at third place actually, McIntosh. We have Richie Massey right in his rear bumper.
And we're going on to the last lap.
Yeah, so it's now or never for Massey. He's going to look to the inside. Is he going to break later into Castrol?
And also battle for the lead as well, because Graham's advantage has disappeared. McEwen's hit the fastest lap, a 15.1.
Oh, McEwen. Oh, and as McIntosh gets friendly with the gravel.
Right aboard. Yeah, so yeah, Massey there. I was just looking at the battle there with first and second, but this place for the bottom step of the podium is really heated up here. It's just really anyone's guess. I want to see back up front here. 3 tenths now between Graham and McEwen. So he's got to get a great run off the sweeper. If he can just get the good run off that last corner there, we could have a photo finish here. Maybe for the win. He's all over the back of him.
Just gives him a little nudge there.
He's trying to
unsettle.
He's got a good run, but has he got enough time to get beside him?
I'm not sure.
I don't think he will. It's going to be very close. No, Graham just gets it only just though. Good battle there, good racing. But yeah, that was it. And McIntosh returning into this championship with a new team, with a new car, and he gets a podium already. Massey, best finish of the season for him in 4th. 5th position. Oh, Thomas has gone off at the last corner. He's going to lose 2 positions to the Rick's Racing team. And Austin is going to get 6th place out of all of that. Adams gets 7th. Thomas Walsh gets 8th. Then Connor Heddon will get 9th place.
I want to see a replay of that.
Yeah, let's have a look. I hope he just lost all by himself, I think Thomas did. There's loads of sand's being kicked up. He tried to lean on Adams across the start-finish line, so the Rick's Racing team gets 6th and 7th, and Thomas, who was in 6th pretty much the entirety of the race, and it's come unstuck, unfortunately. 9th place to Heddon. Piper gets 10th, Leon Welsh 11th, Mitchell gets 12th, Clements at 13th, and here comes Sharp across the line in last position. But that was a close battle there with a win, and a good, fair, clean battle between McIntosh and Massey for the bottom step of the podium.
There were a lot of battles happening in that race, just between it was often like first and second battling with each other, third and fourth battling with each other. They were kind of isolated. There wasn't like one big battle as we saw at Goodwood where you had a train of cars from 4th through to 8th, for example. But there was some good racing there, and yeah, credit to all the drivers for keeping it clean on such a difficult track. I
tell you what, the racing, there's nothing like this compared to Goodwood last week, wasn't it? It's like they're a lot more well behaved this time.
Yeah, they are a bit more well behaved, which is a good thing.
So there's the unofficial results then. Graham with, I believe that might be his 2nd win of the season, and at least he didn't bottle it, because we have seen him in the lead of a couple of races, like at Dragon Trail he had a comfortable lead and threw that away. I think he also had the lead at Goodwood before he threw that away, so that must have felt good there for Graham to get the win, and he didn't make a single mistake. Very, very consistent drive from Ethan. McEwen 2nd, McIntosh replacing Schauler gets a podium, Massey in 4th. Edwards, he'll be very chuffed with that to finish in 5th position on the medium tyres as well. Austin recovered well to finish 6th. His teammate also on the medium 7th. Thomas Walsh will be going on to the mediums now in 8th. Connor Heddon 9th. Piper 10th. Leon Welsh 11th. Mitchell recovered to 12th place. Clements in 13th and Sharp in 14th. But they all had moments in the race. Mitchell, Clements and Ash Sharp. So we're going into what's the last race. It's been thoroughly quite clean. I'm wondering if the elbow's going to come out then for the last race, or is it going to be the same in the first 2 races?
I mean everyone's going to be on soft tyres for this one, so
except Thomas and Sharp.
Except Thomas and Sharp. So most of the grid is on soft tyres. I'm hoping for a little bit more chaos. I want to see some proper, multi-car battles. some of the stuff that we saw in Goodwood, without some of the more unsavory elements of that, shall we say.
Sorry, I was just looking at my book there. So looking again at Clements, just making his way. Had a great first race, third position, and then finished 13th because he made a mistake at the sweeper. Now back onto the super softs. I wonder if he'll find it tough now to get that same position they did in the first race, considering that both the motor-based drivers are now on the super softs, and now McIntosh is a threat now. So, and Massey too. Massey looked quick in the second race. Overall, it's been a pretty decent day for the WSR team, third and fourth respectively for both Clements and Massey.
Yeah.
And then there's a look then at the championship leader still, Lewis Edwards.
So I just need a moment before the third race qualifying gets underway. It's been a long day.
Well, you said there where you're getting your steering wheel, because you got a new rig, haven't you?
I got a new wheel, yeah.
Yeah.
So I had a G29 before, and it served me pretty well for the last 10 months, but now...
Only 10 months? Oh wow, I thought it'd be longer than that.
Yeah, the throttle pedal started fading, so so T300 is now my new best friend.
That just amazes me how it was just a short period. You had that the wheel and the pedals. I thought it'd be longer than that, to be honest.
Well, I mean, I've still got them. It's just I've decided to upgrade already, I suppose.
Oh, and goodness me, Edwards.
Yeah, you wouldn't want me doing that in the race. So, oh, Massey, I think complimenting McIntosh there in a message. That's good to see.
Yeah, well, stating the obvious too.
Yeah.
Just looking here then at Sharp, making his way down towards balcony. He's now on the mediums as well, because Thomas will also be on those tyres too. Could be late at night now. Oh, more sand being kicked up from Sharp. Just get some more TV time. Hopefully he won't bin it like what Adams has just done at the Rabbit's ear. Or not unless he was just having fun with Clements. Or not unless if Clements has made a mistake all his own. As yeah, I think they're just having fun at the Rabbit's ear, I reckon. More donuts being kicked out from Adams.
Without context, that comment sounds a bit more weird than it actually is.
What
having fun at the Rabbit's ear?
Oh yeah, that's yeah. No pun intended. No doubt it is to that, but you know.
I've heard savvy with some dirtiness before.
Oh yes, we did. I did mention butt buddies last week.
Do you not get told off for saying that kind of stuff on stream?
No.
Okay, well there we go. Butt buddies.
Anyway, let's get fudging qualifying underway then. McEwen then leads the way again. So we're going to have at least 12 people on the super softs. I think this is going to be an out and out brawl. They've been well behaved in the first two races. I want to see elbows out for this last race. Well, literally anyone can win it now. Well, yeah. I say winning it. I mean, it's been pretty much dominated by both Edwards and Graham, unfortunately.
Well, I want to see Edwards and Graham take, fight against each other a bit more. I think. Yeah,
I want to see that too. I want to see that.
I think Graham has been a bit of a. I don't want to say, a bit of a Bottas to the Hamilton of Edwards, in some of the races that we've seen this season, and I want to see Graham start to challenge a bit more. I think McEwen is Max Verstappen in this analogy, mixing it up with the BMWs in his Atenza.
Yeah, because Edwards and Graham,
he's even driving in the Power Max team, so he must be Max Verstappen.
just going back to what you were saying with Edwards and Graham, yeah, I want to see that, because them two were battling for the win at the first round. What was the first round again?
Red Bull Ring.
Red Bull Ring, yeah. And I know, yeah, because Ethan was all over the back at Lewis, and I said to him the week after, why didn't you battle with him? He was like, oh, I wanted to play a more team role. But now, because them two are basically fighting for the championship, I'm wondering if, you know, I want to see the gloves off on Ethan. I want to put him, see a fight to Edwards. It'd be nice to see. It'd be good to see.
He's been a great teammate for so far in the championship. Let's see him be a bit more selfish. You know, at the end of the day, you're second in the championship. That's great. But could you be first in the championship?
I mean, yeah, sitting second in the championship is great, but it also means you're the first loser.
Yeah.
So, we'll see what Graham could do. Hopefully that inspiration is going to fire up Ethan and, you know, give it to Lewis.
Look at Sean quoting Ayrton Senna there. Proper race car driver. As the drivers are about to set their first qualifying lap. So
Edwards goes 15.4. Adams goes 15.9, half a second slower. Mitchell goes into 16s, and there you go. Graham goes into the second position. Then you got McIntosh third. More times coming in. Austin goes sixth with a 16.2. Clements fifth.
I'm hoping that Edwards, he can go faster than that. He was setting 15.5s the entire race in race 2, so he's definitely got more pace than that. I mean, he's going to have to beat a 15.4, but he's in the slipstream of
that'd be Clements.
I believe it's Clements ahead, yeah. So if he can get a nice run on the back section of the track, then as
Mitchell's gone off. Mitchell's went off. Speaking of Clements, his teammate has actually gone on to 6th position, so it's a WSR 5 and 6 on the third row.
And actually, McIntosh is sitting in 3rd place there currently on the timing boards, but he's not improving. I don't. In that case, I don't think Graham is improving at the moment either.
Nah, he's fallen out the slipstream. It's definitely fallen out. Well, just when you say that, Adams goes into 5th, and McEwen goes to 4th. Clements goes into 3rd now.
Ooh, Clements looks nice.
It's a BMW 1, 2, 3 as well. That's also something to see. A Massey you got there, and the other BMW in 7th position. So, good day all round this for the BMWs, realistically. And then the only Lexus is in the field there. And you got McIntosh sitting in 4th position as Sharp improves to an 18.6, so he's quite a long way off. Adams decides that's enough for him. Looking then at McIntosh, he's 7,000 up in the blue. McEwen's called it a day for qualifying. So it looks like it's going to be yet another pole position for Edwards. Sorry.
McIntosh needs to find an extra 1/4 of a tenth if he wants to overhaul Clemens in for that 3rd place on the grid. In fact, you see Clemens followed by Graham, followed by McIntosh on the road. So we're going to see them set their times in that order, as they're rounding the sweeper.
Well, Edwards improves to 15.2, nearly half a second quicker than Graham. Let's see if no, that's no improvement there. Ethan Graham does improve by only 6,000 still. Leon Walsh goes to 6th, good effort from him. Piper goes to 8th, so that's Lexus both in 8th.
McEwen is down in 5th actually, so that's not the greatest qualifying from him.
Yeah, he gave it in like after 50 seconds to go, and Nigel Sharp, he also improves to 18.0, and he's still a long way away though, 2.7 off pole position and 1.2 away from Connor Heron, who should be on Super Softs. And oh, that's the wrong person, that's Clements. There he is, actually. He's going across the sweeper there now. So let's see what lap time he will do. He's 1.5 seconds off. And he will just improve, but not far enough to be ahead of his teammate Thomas, who is on the slower tyres. So not a good run there for Connor, who finished on 4th position in the first race on the Super Softs. He'll be disappointed about that, will Connor?
He's doing the almost last to first challenge.
As the
So
qualifier has ended.
He wouldn't mind too much.
So that's yet another pole position for Edwards. That's the 5th of the season. And that will be Motorbase's 8th out of the 12 races. So here we go then. Last round of the night. And it is a Motorbase front row, followed by Clements in 3rd, McIntosh in 4th, McEwen 5th, Leon Welsh in a solid 6th. Then you got Adams, Piper, Massey, Austin, Mitchell, Welsh, Heron and Sharp rounding out the field. The last race of the night, another 12 laps around this tricky racetrack. And it will be... Come on, lights, get off. There we go, and away we go then for the last race of the night. And as always, Edwards gets the jumper greatly there. Connor Heron may have been steeping off the start there. He's already miles back from the down in last position. So through they go to Castro Corner for the first time, and it is still Motorbase 1 and 2, all single file, already making their way towards the Rabbit Ear for the first time in the last race. And you can see there the only close thing there is the McIntosh, and already Leon Welsh has improved the spot already to 5th position. Meanwhile his teammate Mitchell having a look on the inside of Austin. Oh, nearly sideways through there. There was Mitchell, and now making their way in towards the balcony, still side by side. And this is going to allow Richie Massey to, you know, close up and maybe pass the pair of them. Going towards turn 5 to go.
Close racing from the pair of them.
Mitchell fully sideways off of down 5. Now going towards turn 6. This is called downhill. And now into the wings ear. Onto the long straightaway before that nasty sweeper corner. I think something has happened further back here. Thomas Walsh and Connor Heron, the two teammates are last. So I'm hoping them two have not made contact.
Oh dear.
Oh, they may have. Do you know, they think it may have. Oh,
yeah, I saw Walsh.
dear.
I saw Walsh had rear end damage. I'm not sure if Connor had damage himself. Yeah, that's not ideal. The two teammates, and they're going to have to work together to catch the back of this field.
And they're both going off
from the sweeper. Yeah.
Well,
no.
They always say what's the #1 rule in motorsport? You never take your teammate out, and I hope in Lane 2 didn't do that. So, disaster there.
Rob Adams was looking on the inside of Leon Walsh in Rabbit's Ear, wasn't able to make the move stick, but he's not going to be giving up that one that easily. We know how quick Rob Adams can be. As they're heading through balcony now. And Leon he got a little bit square on the power there. Just got tipped a tyre on the gravel.
It looks like Graham's holding up a bit of a train from second and back. There's Clements in 3rd. Then you got McIntosh, McEwen, Welsh, Austin, and Adams there too. And I think further back that might be Richie Massey in the other WSL car. As you can see there, Clements getting a great run there towards turn 9. Had to back off the throttle, so too did McIntyre, and McEwen saw that. A little bit of sand being kicked up there. That might have been Adams in that Rick's Racing high and die, and now I think that he's trying to make a move. It's further back though. I think Austin is under a lot of pressure from Massey. Towards Castro Corner they go, and Massey couldn't get the job done there, so he holds on to 9th position.
Adams is really putting Leon Walsh under a lot of pressure, and that's actually caused Leon to fall off the back of the pack a little bit. But Adams, he really wants that 6th position, as I think McEwen makes his way up into 4th.
Yeah, they made a great pass on McIntyre. Oh yeah, McIntosh, yeah. Yeah, you were right.
You're doing so well.
I was doing so good, and then I fluffed up. God damn it. So that was a nice pass from McEwen did on McIntosh. And now
Leon's defending.
Yep, right, still right on board with Adams. Now they're going to go to the camera view to see if there's anything happening further back. And it's still Austin, and then Richie Massey there too. So you got a full car scrap for second place.
Massey's going to try going around the outside.
Oh, is he going to go hit? Is he going to hit the pit wall? Just misses the pit wall right across the face of the track. And luckily he was ghosted, because I mean, if he wasn't ghosted in real life, that would have been an awful accident. Here's a replay. Oh, it looked like Adams nearly got in. I mean, Austin nearly got into the back of Adams. And then around she goes, and I mean, that could have been a horrible accident if there was someone closer to Massey.
It's one of those things. I mean, he tried it around the outside. You know, I think it was just a bit unlucky. Was it Adams who understeered into him at the exit of the sweeper? And yeah, unfortunately, he just wasn't able to control it. It's a tough one. I'm sure the stewards are going to have a long look at that one coming in the week ahead. As I'm seeing further up ahead, McEwen is side by side with Clemens, battle for third position.
Oh, rubbing on each other. God, I tell you what, we saw we saw Massey trying to do that yellow flash being. Edwards has gone off. Massive moment now, and this is going to throw the championship wide open here. Uncharacteristic mistake there from Edwards. Here's a replay. And it was exactly what Leon Walsh did in the first race, exactly what Clements did in the second race, and here we go, Edwards does it in the third race, and this is going to be wide open for the championship now.
Yeah, it's dropped Edwards down all the way to 10th position, and now we have a chance for... That is a chance for Graham to capitalize.
This is a chance. McEwen's in the second. Yeah. He's gone into second. And now McIntosh wants third place, trying to go around the outside of Clements through balcony. But now, Ethan, this is your time to shine. This is what you got to do. You don't bottle it. Do not bottle it. Just do like we did in the second race, and you'll be you'll be very, very close now to Edwards now for the championship, going into the penultimate round next week.
Wow, that is drama at the highest level. Yeah, it shows that it can, you know, it's
Graham's done! Graham's got off again! Oh no! Disaster! Just when I was saying do not bottle it, and he done it yet again. He did it in the second race at Dragon Trail, he did it in the second race at Goodwood, and now he's done it in the last race at Willow Springs.
And he's reversed back onto the track, and it's going to drop him potentially behind Thomas Walsh. Yeah, it's put him all the way into last, so this is turning into Mercedes at Germany 2018, I believe, when Hamilton and Bottas just had that awful race. You're seeing big mistakes, uncharacteristic mistakes from both of the motor-based boys.
Yeah, that's a very, very rare moment to see that. I mean, not from one driver, but from both drivers to do that that's unheard of. But anyways,
I wonder. So McEwen's taking the lead, but he is followed closely by Clemens and McIntosh. So I wonder if one of those two are going to be licking their lips a bit, thinking there's potential for a race victory here.
Well, this is even more for McEwen, because he's fighting with the championship with the two motor-based drivers there, and now Edwards has gained up now to 7th position. So something has happened there, because he's gained 2 places very closely there, and that's what happened there. Austin's got off careening off going in towards balcony. He had a huge moment through there, and there goes Piper. He had another moment there too on the exit. Let's see if I can get another replay of that there. We just missed it there. So, yeah, riding aboard then with Edwards there, going into his balcony. Austin had his moment. Piper's going off to Canada by the looks of it. And there you go, that's 2 positions gained there for Edwards. Now he's up into 7th now.
Oh, I'm just looking at McIntosh now. Oh, he had a big moment on the exit of Rapids here, but he's just able to hold the car. That is brilliant car control.
Oh,
and he's able to retain that 3rd position.
Yeah, the back end got away from him in the on the right-hand side of the track, but still held on to it, but he's going to lose a bit of time there. Adams now into 4th, Leon Walsh into 5th, and Mitchell, the 2 Eurotech boys, having a good racing so far, 5th and 6th now.
Yeah, what happened to McIntosh there? In the industry, we call that a tank slapper.
Yeah. And normally when someone has a tank slapper, they don't control it, but McIntosh somehow did. And I mean, that was a great save, but he's lost a lot of time. He's out the slipstream now, as we're into the second half of the race. We're on to lap 8 out of 12, so 5 laps to go. McEwen leads the way, and then Clements, and then McIntosh had that big moment that last lap. It's still running in 3rd place.
And he's only 2 seconds off of McEwen, so if Clemens and McEwen start battling hard for the win, that could allow McIntosh to close up again. We've seen that he's got the pace. It's his quickest lap of the race is 15.6, which is actually quicker than both of the guys up ahead. So if he's able to run those mid-15s, he could potentially be able to catch up to the pair of them. I'm saying that McEwen has got his foot down a little bit.
Yeah, this is what McEwen needs for the championship, because he was dropping back there with the likes of Edwards winning race 1, Graham winning race 2, and now you can see that, you know, Ethan's up, but sorry, Lewis is into 7th place, and he's quite far back away from this battle for 4th place with Rob, Leon, and Luke. What is the gap between it now? 4 seconds, so he's got to gain pretty much a second a lap to catch up with Luke up there in 6th position. But with those two mistakes, it's thrown the championship wide open. Not really for Piper, because Piper was already 40 points adrift of the top 3. Oh well, McEwen in 3rd position, so it's really thrown it open here for McEwen, and he's taken it with full advantage, still leading the race, but he's under some real pressure from Clements. So the gap is starting to extend now, and I think now Clements is out of slipstream distance of McEwen.
This is exactly what McEwen needs to reignite his championship hopes. And he's putting his foot down, trying to stamp his authority on this one. Say, look, I'm gonna be the consistent one, not make a mistake, and pull away from everybody.
Graham's gone up to 12th, so he's just passed Thomas Walsh on the start-finish straight into Castrol. Bit of a, you know, Thomas tried to make it as difficult for Ethan, but he's got by, and now he's going to set his sights on Austin in 11th position, and then he got Sharp on the medium tyre, still running in 10th position. I mean, that's good going there from Sharp, and at least he hasn't binned it.
There's quite a battle for 4th place brewing here.
Oh, that's been going on for a good few laps.
It has, yeah. I just want to focus on it now. You have the two Eurotech boys, Luke Mitchell and Leon Walsh. Adams is slowly. Well, I say that you have Leon is still within half a second. So I wonder if the teammates are going to try and work together to catch up to Rob and get someone into that 4th position.
It's good to see Leon up there. He had a good race. He had a great out at Dragon Trail. Goodwood wasn't really the best, unfortunately, for Leon, but Leon's got good race pace here. We did see it in the first race. Like I said, he did get up to his high 3rd before bidding it at the sweeper. But he's got some real good race pace around here, and that Hyundai is really working well around at this track.
Yeah, it's not too bad. You have, although saying that, so you have an Atenza first, BMW M4 second, Lexus 3rd, Hyundai 4th, Hyundai 5th, Hyundai 6th. So the top 4 are all in different cars.
They got the top 5 in different teams.
Yeah.
Now, but let's see what Edwards can do. He's now 3 seconds adrift from Mitchell in 6th position, so he's gained a second. In fact, he's got a couple of wheels off on the end of exit of the sweeper, and we're going to be starting the penultimate lap then.
Adams is defending from Leon. Leon's showing around the outside of Castrol.
That's a brave move. He's going to have the inside for the rabbit. See if he can make it stick. That's a wonderful move there from Leon. That's a great move, and Leon's up to 4th position. He's on course for it. I believe that could be his best ever finish in the BTCC. What a pass!
And now Luke Mitchell's going to fancy a run on Adams as well.
They're catching up to McIntosh as well in 3rd position. There's only 2 seconds separating them.
Oh, the gap was actually lower before, so McIntosh has found a little bit more of a rhythm. He set 16 flat on both of his previous laps, so actually McIntosh just finding his rhythm again and starting to pull away, consolidate that 3rd position. You
say that though, but I mean Leon, who's now in 4th position, did his best lap of a 15.6.
But Sean, he's having to defend heavily from Adams as they're going into the sweeper. Adams is going to look to the outside.
Ooh! Going to be starting the last lap. Hopefully no contact. Mitchell wants a piece of it now. Will he do the crisscross on the inside? Nearly.
Leon was holding that apex, and now Mitchell's alongside Adams. Is he going to get the run into Castrol corner?
Is he going to do what Leon did the last lap? Oh, Robert,
not quite
no.
able to.
He managed to hold position there, and all this battling, it's allowing Edwards to catch up now, because he's there. He is within distance now.
I think Edwards is a little bit too far back to challenge. Just Leon's gonna defend the inside into balcony. Oh, there's a bit of contact, I think.
And I can see that Edwards sliding through balcony now, and he's right there. Edwards is right there, less than a second.
Mitchell. Oh, Mitchell was so close to going off at balcony, but now he's going to have the attention. He's going to have the attentions of Edwards, who's now only 0.3 back.
And I just noticed that Edwards has set the fastest lap of a 15.1. That's unbelievable quickness there. But meanwhile, we're going to go back out here. We're going to see that battle for that fourth position. He is here who come out on top. But McEwen done what he needed to do. Wins the last race. Clements will get second place, a third and a second. That's pretty good going for him. McIntosh gets a second podium. And it's going to be Leon Walsh. Is it just? Yes, Leon Walsh will get fourth position ahead of Rob Adams. Then it will be Mitchell. Then it will be Edwards to be in seventh position. Comes across the line, goes Richie Massey in 8th. Connor Head in 13th to 9th. 10th place will be Ethan Graham. Who's that gone off? That'll be Thomas Walsh, I believe.
Massey.
So that was Thomas Walsh. Graham will finish in 10th position. Sharp will be 11th. There's Thomas Walsh. And in 13th place was Adam Piper and Austin. Oh, Austin, unfortunately, DNF, sadly. But what a last race it was there, and thrills and spills there. And a very rare mistake there to see both Motorbase losing the lead and both at the sweeper.
Oh, that was incredible to see. I mean, for it to happen on consecutive laps as well, it was almost like... Yeah, it was synchronized swimming in some ways. I want to talk about that pass from Leon. Leon Walsh,
that was a stunning pass he did there on the outside at Castro, and then had the inside for Rabbits here. What a pass that was!
Yeah, and that's got to give him confidence for future rounds. 4th place, great performance.
He'll be having a nosebleed up there. I don't think he's ever been that high before. God, I'll be dead chuffed with that there. Superb pass there from Leon. So there's the unofficial results. It could be changed if there was any complaints, which I don't think there will be, considering all 3 races have been quite clean, respectively. That's good to see after the demo derby from Goodwood.
Maybe we missed something, but it seemed that there was, in general, a bit more respect on this track, and that's what we like to see in racing, you know. Drivers not shoving each other out wide too much, and yeah, enjoyed this one.
Yeah, it was definitely good fun there. So there's a look then at the unofficial results from race 3. You can see it yourself. Again, my heart goes out to Austin going off there. Hopefully he'll bounce back the next week, which I can't mind where it's at next week. But that'll be the penultimate round of the it'll be a track, but we don't know exactly when. Where? Sorry, I know it'll be on Friday, but I forgot.
It's gonna be on Friday. Yeah,
but we don't know what track it is. So we'll probably end the stream right here. So I've been Sean,
and I've been Lucas,
and the host ended the game. So while he's done that, we're going to end the stream, and we'll see you next week at whatever track it is. You'll probably see it in the caption anyway for next week. So until then, see you later.